If you are already subscribed, welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time, subscribe, baby. Subscribe and join a part of the Morgan Beauty Gang. Now you can read the title. I ran a poll on my Instagram asking you guys if you wanted to hear of the pathological lying ex-best friend, or if you wanted to hear my sleep paralysis story time, and you guys chose the ex-best friend story time. So without further ado, no blabbing, all I'm gonna say first is that there is going to be a secret emoji somewhere in this video. If you comment it down below, it will give you an extra entry into my 100 subscriber giveaway, which, remember, we are over halfway there too. So be sure that you do subscribe to the channel and comment the secret emoji down below. Now, let's go ahead and get into this story time. Now, before we get started, I wanna go ahead and say that talking about this girl gets me so worked up. It is unreal. So if I, in this story, begin to sound a little irritable or irritated or any of the above, just know that it is a story, and I'm already talking a lot with my hands, which means we're over halfway there. So buckle in, baby, buckle in. So in this story, which we've talked about her before, if you've watched my horrible roommate number 3 story, then you know of this particular person. I'm gonna have that video linked up in the card so that you can go watch it in case you haven't already, so you can know a little bit more about this individual. But we're gonna call her Sarah in this video. Now, me and Sarah, we've known each other for a very long time. And when we got close, we got super freaking close, inseparable, living together, spending all of our extra time together. We told each other everything, and through most of the dark times in each other's lives, we've been there for each other. So those times in particular made us incredibly, incredibly close. Now, I just need to say that there are so many things that happened in this friendship that if I was to mention each thing, we would be here for weeks, just coming up with the different things that happened over and over and over and over again. So we're not gonna do that. But we are gonna do like a rundown of some of the bigger things that happened and the main thing that continuously happened throughout the friendship that just got really, really old. So the title of this video, this person was a pathological liar in every sense of the word. She lied about things that did not matter at all. For instance, she would say that, oh, go get the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Facial. It comes in a yellow bottle and it's pink. Or for instance, one time she was getting a car and she told me that the car was black, and when she pulled up, the car was literally white. So like, just things that legitimately didn't make any sense to lie about. It was like, so why lie about that? That literally just happened the entire friendship. It never stopped. It continuously went on. But another thing that she did that I couldn't see, but everybody else around me, my friends, my family, everybody could see but myself, even boyfriends that I was with would say, she uses you. She uses you for convenience. And for the longest time, I did not see that. I did not see her as using me. I seen it as, we're friends, so that's my job. I'm bad about wearing my heart on my sleeve and letting people like run me over, and it's to a fault. But once you cross the line one too many times, there is no turning back with Morgan. Once you get there with me, it's done. So let's talk about one of the biggest things. We're gonna go in order here to the best of my ability. I've written it all down because like I said, we were friends for over like 20 years. So it's literally so much information. So I've written it all down. So one of the biggest things was of course the lying. That continuously happened all throughout our friendship. But then she had a really big event happen in her life that was really difficult, like a big thing. I am choosing not to share that information because I don't want people to find out who this person is. And furthermore, for those of you who don't know me, really well in my personal life. If you know who I'm talking about, please be courteous of their privacy. Okay. So she has this really huge thing happen, and me as her friend, I was like, don't worry about a thing. I will help you every bit that I can. And her family was not having it. In other words, this whole struggle that she was going to be going through, that was going to take some serious time, like years and years, her family was done. And a lot of this had to do with the boy that she was seeing and was obsessed with. And as far as I know, to this day, they're still together, which is crazy to me because he was horrible for her and treated her like trash. So like I said, I was helping her with this situation, and mainly what I was doing was driving her places, helping her get a job, helping her get back on her feet, okay? And one day I come home and she should have been at work. She should have not been at home. Now this in particular job that she was working at, the manager was a good friend of mine and he got her the job. And he tells me, oh, she, walked out, blah, 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 because she was trying to tell me that, she went and they fired her. And I knew that was a lie because I knew this person that I knew would not fire her. I knew that was a lie. So I confronted her and I'm like, hey, Sarah, why did you lie to me about this? And furthermore, why did you walk out? Why did you quit? And she tells me, oh, that job is not for me. I just couldn't handle it. It wasn't something that I could do. And so me being me, I'm like, okay, well, we'll find you something else. We get her another job. Well, then Sarah starts to get really depressed. That the reason why she was getting really depressed is because the guy she had been talking to had moved to a different state and she really wanted to see him, so on and so forth. Well, we go and see him and a big drama happens. That's a whole other story time that I'm not going to tell in this video because I have a separate story time for it, but something happens and we come back. Well, when we come back, things are good for a while. Things are really good and going great. Just got back and things have been going well, and now they're going back downhill. They're bad again. Not going to work, calling into work, not doing what she's supposed to be doing, yada, yada, yada. And another big thing that I have to say is that she was very lazy. When you're living with someone, okay, it takes two. So both of you have to be doing equal parts in everything, paying the bills, cleaning the house, taking off the trash. There has to be a partnership there. So she took no responsibility in anything, including this big thing that happened in her life. Well, the next thing that ends up happening, y'all, this makes me so damn mad just even thinking about it. So there's a part of this that I'm not going to tell you all, because if I tell you all, it's going to ruin the video that I want to make about my past and what I've been through. And so I'm going to skip out on letting you all in on that. But I am going to let you all know that she got me into something that was horrible and that I continued to do for years. And that is a big part of why there's a disconnect and we do not speak at all. Like I said, we're living together. And I know specifically I have a safe in my bedroom. Like I told you all in my roommate story time, I have a safe in my bedroom. After this incident, y'all, I got rid of my safe and I literally got a safety deposit box at a bank because I literally felt like I cannot trust anyone. And in this safe, like I told you guys last time, sometimes there would be cash, sometimes not. I also had a lot of my nanny's jewelry. The video that I'm talking about with the butterflies, that is one of my roommate horror stories. I can't remember which one it is, but if you go watch that, you'll hear the whole thing. One of my roommates had stole something out of this box. But anyways, that's besides the point. This particular time, I had over $3,000 in this safe. Now, mind you, I had been adding money into this safe for months and months and months, and nothing had happened. It hadn't been moved. It had not been touched. I had just continued to add money, but I would always check things inside of it just to make sure everything was still in its place. And this specific day, I get in there and all of the money is gone. It's not even like some of it's gone from in the middle because like I had it rolled up all together. No, you guys, all of it was gone and it was $3,000. And at this particular time, I was getting really, really close with another girl. And I just went through a really bad breakup, and it was just bad times in Morgan's life, like bad times. And more than a breakup, it was just severe heartbreak, anguish, so on and so forth. And so I call up a friend of mine and I'm like, hey, I've got to get out of here. I cannot live here anymore. Can I come and rent a room out with you and your mom? And she's like, yeah, of course, girl, come on. And I don't tell her anything. I don't tell her about this particular friend. I don't tell her any of that. As far as she knew, she thought that I was just ready to like spread my wings from my nanny. That's what she thought. But it wasn't that at all. It was this particular friend. I had to get away from her because I knew it was her. There was nobody, literally nobody else it could have been, you guys. Literally nobody. And time marches on, and eventually Sarah comes back into my life. And when Sarah comes back into my life, I end up bumping into her at a restaurant, and I'm on a date with my now ex-husband. And she walks up to the table and she just starts apologizing and saying, I'm so sorry. I just got so bad off and I didn't know, I'm sorry. And so after days and days and days of her Facebook messaging me and calling me and everything else, I forgive her like an idiot. We become friends again. And like I said, I am newly dating my now ex-husband. And if you've watched my roommate horror story number 3, then you're going to know one of the last things that happens. But before that, when my nanny passed away, they took away the car that I had because it was in her name. So immediately I was without a vehicle. I was without my credit cards. I was without most of my money that I had saved myself went into her account. All of it was gone overnight. It was like a total change of lifestyle, 100%. Like I said, they took my car, everything. But I had been doing the same kind of thing. I had gotten another safe, and one of my best friends was living it with me at the time. Thank God when my nanny passed away, because had she not been, I don't even know what I would have done. So I had this safe in my bedroom. I had money saved up in this safe, and I get in the money and I'm like, okay, I need to go buy a car. We go get a car, we come back. Okay, the night that we come back, Jennifer goes back home to deal with some stuff she's got to deal with. Sarah is at my house and my ex is at my house. And of course it's family and everything. And we're just sitting there watching TV, whatever. All of a sudden I see headlights pulling out of our driveway. I didn't know if they were pulling out or pulling in, but I knew there were headlights. So I literally jump up off of the couch, run to the front door and see that it is literally my car that I had gotten that literal day driving off. Sarah stole my car, you guys. Sarah stole my car. And so the first thing that comes to my mind, and this is just, like I said, this is who I am. Learn from my shit, y'all. Learn from my shit. Look, I appreciate when you all comment stuff and you're like, oh, well, you should have done this, and this. I get that, okay? You all need to understand that this stuff happened when I was in my early 20s or 18, 19, and I'm now 31 years old almost, okay? So I've learned my shit. This is me sharing my story so that you may not do the same thing. So I don't call the police because I know that Sarah has a problem. I know she has a problem. So I call Sarah and I'm like, where are you going in my car? And she actually answers the phone and she said, I don't even know what I'm doing. I have to go to Knoxville. And we were not living in Knoxville at the time. So Knoxville's in East Tennessee, yada, yada. You all don't care about that. So I'm like, look, I'm giving you 2 hours to get back to the house with my car. And if that car is not back in my driveway within 2 hours, I'm reporting it stolen. And she said, she said, oh, I can do it in 2 hours. I can do it in 2 hours. And my ex is like, F that. Tell her to get her ass back here with our car now. Well, she must have been petrified because within 5 minutes, she pulled in the driveway with our car. And I forgave her. Again, I mean, there's so much more that happened throughout this friendship, you guys. But literally, if I was to mention every single thing, we would be here for ages. We would never be done. So, fast forward to, of course, if you've watched the horror story, roommate horror story number 3, you know that her and my ex end up sleeping together and having an affair. And that literally, I don't know when it started. I literally have no idea. I don't. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, through the years since then, she's tried to get back in contact with me. She's tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and I've shut her down because I finally realized that no matter what I did for her, or no matter how much I was there for her or tried to show her that I cared, it was never going to be enough. I was never her best friend. She never cared about me. She never loved me. It was always just what I could do for her, or, you know, if I could be there for her, etc. It was never about me, ever, never. Almost 4 years ago. And about, yeah, it was close to 4 years ago, me and Chris had just got together. And, oh man, this makes me so mad. Even thinking about it, y'all, it makes me so mad. So I am with Chris at his first family Christmas with us together, and I'm so excited. I'm so in love. I've never been this in love in my life, y'all. I mean, just over the moon in love. And I get a message from somebody saying, hey, I just want to let you know that Sarah is telling everybody that Chris tried to sleep with her. I'm like, oh, really? That's such a lie. Like, that is such a lie. There's no way. And I mentioned it to him, and I'm like, hey, like, is this a thing or no? And he's like, absolutely not. Like, absolutely freaking not. And she also mentioned that I was just with him because I was using him and stuff like that. I ended up just messaging her and telling her, like, no, I'm not you. I'm head over heels in love. I've never loved nobody like this in my life. And guys, I am someone who loves very quickly, but me and Chris have we've taken it so slow, and we've grown with one another, and we were best friends first. I mean, I've known this guy since I was literally like 14 years old. Like, I'm so in love with this guy. But once she mentioned his name at all and made up a lie in regards to Chris, it hurt me more than anything. And I've seen her a few times since then, and I don't even talk to her. Matter of fact, the last time I seen her, it was at a grocery store, and I just turned around and looked the other way. I didn't even look at her. So this message goes out for anybody who is contemplating a friend that you really and truly love and care about. But you question, do they love and care about me? Why do they lie to me all the time? Why do they steal from me? Why do they not love me like I love them? Or why are things not like they used to be, etc., etc.? Drop that friend. They are never going to change. And if they do change, just set them free. And if they change and come back in your life and they're actually a good and decent human being, fine. But you have to understand that there are genuine, real life human beings in the world that you can be best friends with and that are going to treat you just as good as you treat them. And that, fortunately, is what I have in my life today. I have real, genuine people that I love and care about, and they love and care about me, and that is what it's all about. This video shout out goes to this channel right here. Do be sure that you do subscribe to their channel. Leave them some lipstick emojis down in their comment section so that they know that you came from the Morgan J Beauty Gang. Also, again, be sure that you are subscribed. We are over halfway to our 100 subscriber giveaway. And in order to qualify for that giveaway, you do need to be subscribed. And you also, for extra entries, can comment the secret emoji that's in all of my videos down in the comment section below. And do be sure that you do like this video. It is a free way that you can help your girl out. And all of my social medias and everything will be down in the description box. Always do make sure you go there. There are always some interesting things down there. And yeah, guys, until next time, I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.